Hello and welcome to section 9.1, which concerns positive and negative numbers. So here before you I have a number line. I'm sure you've seen it before, and generally and pretty much from now on in this course, when you see a number line, 0 is considered the origin, and the numbers increase going from 0 to the right. It's always increasing going from left to right, but you can see that they increase here. Let's say, in the positive, we say positive direction, 1, 2, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. And then here, the numbers are decreasing going to the left, but you can think of it as this is the negative direction, okay? So even though the actual number itself is increasing, it's just becoming more and more negative, okay? So that's why sometimes people get this confused because they go, oh, well, it's increasing, but no. Negative 5 is more negative than negative 4, so negative 5 is less than negative 4, and then negative 3 is greater, and then this one's greater, and this one's greater, so you can see that it's increasing overall, but you can also think of it as decreasing, going from right to left, okay, it's decreasing. Or in other words, it's increasing in the negative direction. So meaning that, yeah, the numbers are growing larger, but they're becoming more and more negative, okay? All right. So let's say, for example, we would say negative 4 is less than negative 2 because negative 4 is to the left. So numbers that are all to the left on the number line are less than. And here's a notation that's really important. You need to make sure that this one is less than, reading from left to right. Okay, so 1 is less than 2. And then if we were to write it from left to right, 2 is greater than 1, okay? However, whenever you see inequalities, these are called inequalities, right? This is the less than, and then this is the greater than, okay? When you see an inequality, there's technically two statements being said. This one here, 1 is less than 2, but if you look at it from right to left, 2 is greater than 1, okay? So let's say here, for instance, let's do a couple of examples. So 3 less than 5 is read 3 is less than 5, okay? Now, it would also be correct to write 5 greater than 3, is what I'm trying to say. So both statements, 3 is less than 5 and 5 is greater than 3, they have the same meaning. Here, 0 greater than 100 is not true because 0 is less than 100, okay? So we would have to write it in the other way. 0 less than 100 or 100 greater than 0. Negative 3 less than 5 is true, or you can also say 5 greater than negative 3, and then finally negative 5 is less than negative 2, right? It's more negative, so it's less than. And then you can also rewrite this as negative 2 is greater than negative 5. So in general, for any two numbers, A and B, if A is less than B, then you can write that B is greater than A. You can use these interchangeably if you want. Okay, great. Okay, so let's talk about absolute value. So what's the definition of absolute value? Absolute value of a number, it's basically the distance from 0, and it's positive because we're talking about distance, and distance is positive in this case. So, and we write this with vertical lines, so the absolute value of negative 3 is written absolute value of negative 3. Okay, so absolute value of 5 is just equal to 5 because the number 5 is 5 units away from 0. Absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3 because the number negative 3 is 3 units away from 0. That's the distance, okay? Another one is absolute value of negative 7 would be 7 because it's 7 units away. So basically, whenever you see these vertical bars, whatever's inside is positive. You make it positive, okay? Now another thing we want to talk about is opposites. So two numbers that are same distance from 0 but in opposite directions are called opposites. The notation for the opposite of A is negative A. So let's give the opposites of the following numbers. So the opposite of positive 5 would be the negative 5. Opposite of positive 7 is negative 7, and so on. Positive 1 is negative 1. The opposite of negative 5 would be the positive 5, right? Because the negative of a negative is positive. And the opposite of negative 8 would be positive 8. Okay, so if you have any positive number, negative of a negative is equal to positive. Okay, so these are just some things that, we're refreshing here. And that's pretty much it for section 9.1. And your homework is 1 through 73 odd. So yeah, any questions, please feel free to contact me. Good luck, happy studying, and I will see you in the next video.